just literally told me I cannot come anymore because of my skin, right? What's wrong with my skin? I've been here for how long?
I'm sorry.
I've been here for how long, Cindy? I've been here. I've been a member for how long?
I talk to you with respect.
And how have I not been respectful, Cindy?
I'm sorry. Do you know I have the right to refuse the service?
You know, and I am not going to force you to do anything. But let me tell you, I'm done, and I will report you, Cindy. This I swear, I hope people will not come back to you. And I have your faces in here, and this is Cindy, and I will post everything on you, reviewing everything. My skin, you can't do it after how many? Almost a year. Almost after a year.
I keep checking on.
After my year.
I'm sorry.
Girl, yeah, open the door for me.
Yeah, please leave. Thank you for coming.
No, thank you for nothing.
All right. Giving all praise, honor, glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RACHAQUADASH. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And a sincere shalom to the Akim that's out there pushing the sincerity and the truth and the sound doctrine. This is going to be a sort of a quick video. Number one, I'm gonna start off by saying this, and you can tell by the title of the video what I'm going into. We tell you, who you. This is important to know who your enemies are, or something on the lines of that. All right. But I'm going to say this before I continue on. We know how social media is, and we know how things can flip, and we also know how the so-called black woman is too. All right. She likes to get you amped up or get you to say certain things, and, sound very, very convincing, and she flips on that phone when she knows that she can put you on a spot. We know this because she does this to men all the time. You don't think she's going to do this to other women, right? So, and this is not just women. This is not just a black woman. This is just social media in general. That's why I started off by saying, how social media is, and you know how things can get flipped. All right. So I highly doubt that she just outright said, yeah, we refusing your service because you're black. Okay. I'm not going to lie to you. I very, very doubt. I highly doubt. Very doubt. I highly doubt. Very much doubt, all right, that she just outright has said something like that, right? So this is just one part of the story. I don't believe almost anything on social media. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to read the scripture, and we're going to go on to proceed with the topic. All right, this is 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 16. All scripture is given by inspiration of God and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness. So for all you people out there, that claim they have read the Bible front to back, we've heard that I don't know how many damn times, right? By now. The scriptures tell you, not to trust your enemies. All right. It's important to know who your enemies are, man. I get really, really fed up, with these videos of so-called black people crying about, this Edomite called me a nigger, this Edomite called me the N-word, this, that, and the third, or another racial slur that they use, like this guy. I did a video on him, like I think 2-3 weeks ago. This guy, I think he calls himself Chud the Builder, Chud the Destroyer, or some BS name like that. He goes around talking about, Jake is chimping out and, freedom of speech. And he walks up to Jake, well, you won't, you believe in freedom of speech, right? And Jake would say, yeah, I believe in freedom of speech. So it's like, well, you won't be offended if I call you a nigger then, right? I don't know, man. For whatever reason, Jake is still shocked that these other nations don't like you. They don't like you. They are your enemies. You are their enemy, whether you want to believe it or not. You sit up there and talk about love everybody, love this and love that. these Edomites, these Moabites, these Asians, these Arabs, you know, Indians or whoever else, man, they always going to look at you as a nigger. They are not your friends, right? There's tons and tons of videos just like this. Now, like I said, we know how social media is. I'm damn sure not believing a damn thing of a so-called black woman that I don't even know that just post up something on the internet. I'm not believing that. Like I said, I highly doubt that this Moabite woman sat up there and said, yeah, it's because the color of your skin that we're not going to service you. I highly doubt that happened. All right. But like I said, watching that gave me the idea of this video once again to, not to trust your enemies. Like I said, we tell you people this stuff, and it's just like, I can't. It's just like I can't believe, they called me this. I can't believe they called me that. Okay, well, welcome to reality, man. They don't like you. All right. Again, I read that scripture in the beginning because of this, right? This is in the RSV. All right. Sirach, also known as Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12, verse 10. It says, never trust your enemy, for like the rusting of copper, so is his wickedness. It says, if he humbles himself and goes about cringing, right? Watch yourself and be on guard. Yeah. They seem humble. They seem like they like you. They smile in your face and this, that, and the third. They don't like you, man. And even the ones that somewhat like you, in the back of their mind, they like, this nigga. You know what I mean? Bad enough. I mean, you got to think about it like this. What is the reputation that we have, right? And that's how you know that we're the real people of God. Think about it, man. You go to a job, you go to anywhere, they always gonna have it in the back of their mind when they see your black ass. They gonna have it in the back of their mind, like, yeah, he can wild out at any time, man, because that's what they known to do. Especially if you're young, Especially if you're young, you in trouble if you're young. Like me, you know what I mean? They look at you. People give me looks and stuff. They think I'm just one of them thuggish niggas, man. Right? That's just unfortunately, that's just the reputation we have. Right? But think about it. If they see a Jewish man, a so-called Jewish man, there ain't nobody thinking twice about that. You know what I mean? They gonna feel comfortable around them. Ain't gonna be no second thought. You know what I mean? Hell, look at the way we are, man. I don't like doing business with Jake. I don't at all. Again, that comes to show you that we are the chosen people of God. I don't like doing business with Jake. I don't like doing business with certain Edomites, depending on who they are. But I'd rather do business with an Edomite than a Jake. And again, that just shows you who the real people of God are. Right? You gotta, it's important to know what time you in, right? It's important to know what time you in and who your enemy is. Everybody you got a lot of people came up to us during camp, why that don't even matter. You ain't got no enemies. This, that, and the third. That don't even matter. Well, why don't it matter? Right? I'm going to tell you one of the reasons why it matters. It stops you from getting on the internet doing shit like this. This is one of the reasons why it matters. You don't have to get on the internet and cry about somebody calling you a goddamn monkey or a racial slur or whatever else these people give us or give each other or whatever. Right? It stops all that. It gives you your answer. It's less stress. What do you mean it doesn't matter? Yes, it does matter. Right? Again, like I said, this is one of the main reasons why it does matter. Let me tell you something, man. For all you people out there that want to sit up there and try to live like these other nations, and wonder why it never works. You try to eat like them, it never works. You try to build like them, it never works. You want to know who's doing that? The Lord YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, because he's telling us right now that we will never be on Esau's level. Right now, we are under these devils, and I guess these other nations too, I guess, right? When the kingdom happens, or when this place is done and over with, we're gonna be over these Edomites and these other heathen nations. But as of right now, don't bet on it. We will never be equal to them. We're either lower or higher. There's always going to be a ruler of the earth, and right now Esau is, unfortunately, the ruler of the earth. And you see what he's doing to it. You see what he's doing to the people. It's always important to know who the hell your enemies are, right? And reading this, it keeps you on your guard. When prices is being raised, oh well, that's Esau for you. When you get some BS in the mail talking about, you got this bill, that this, and they doing you wrong and stuff like that, you got to come out your pocket with a bunch of money. Helping, what helps deal with stuff like that, knowing who the hell your enemy is. If you think a friend who is really your enemy is your friend, I mean, if you think a person is your friend who is really your enemy, how in the world is that going to look? How is that going to impact you versus you knowing that this person is your enemy? You're on your guard then. You know what to expect. You people, y'all, Jake, this is why Jake is so goddamn docile, man. They don't understand that two main enemies are pressing down on our necks. One, obviously, the top dog, Esau Edom. Right under him, you got the other miniature pit bulls, which is the so-called black woman. Or really these women in general these days now, man. Right? Knowing who the hell your enemy is it helps you avoid an awful lot of trouble. And I know I went on a ramble a little bit, but sometimes we don't rehearse these videos. You know what I mean? We don't plan these videos out, right? We just hit the record button and we just go as it goes, man, right? Anyway, it says, even if he humbles himself and goes about cringing, watch yourself and be on your guard against him, right? It's like a thief, man. You're gonna be caught off guard by this person, right? Then your day's gonna be messed up, right? Instead, if you really feel like it, either might call you a nigga, or you call him a cracker, you call him Mayo. Fuck it. Yeah, everybody call these little white girls little snow bunnies or whatever. Reverse this shit. Or don't deal with it. Walk the hell away. It's like, all right. I mean, no matter how many niggas you call us, this, that, and however many more rap songs you push out to further destroy us, your fate is not changing. And that's all we gotta remember. The fate of Esau is not changing. It doesn't matter if I retaliate and come against you or call you a cracker or whatever. And it damn sure don't matter if you call me a nigga. It is what it is. Your fate is not changing. Your fate is determined. Your fate is already sealed, Esau, and you other nations too, right? But this is something that Jake don't understand. So what do? They have to turn to social media and cry about somebody or some other nation refusing services, which, like I said, in this situation, I kind of highly doubt. But it is what it is. Am I saying it's impossible? No, but I'm just saying I doubt it, right? Again, because we don't know the whole story. Everybody gets on the internet, and then then everybody believes them and stuff like that. All you got to do is sound convincing on the internet, and you got followers, right? Anyway, it says, and you will be. Let me start over. It says, watch yourself and be on your guard against them. It says, and you will be to him like one who has polished a mirror. It says, and you will know that it was not hopelessly tarnished. It says, do not put him next to you, lest he overthrow you and take your place. Do not have him sit at your right, lest he try to take your seat of honor and at last you will realize the truth of my words and be stung by what I've said. Right. What you people do is, what's going to happen, right? What's going to happen is an awful lot of you people are going to realize way too late. When they start bringing out this mark, I think they've already shown numerous times that they are not for the people. A lot of them even kind of outright said it, right? They are not for the people, right? So that's pretty much all I got on this video, man. I mean, like I said, if y'all want to go ahead and, still trust this system, hey, what the hell am I going to say, right? What am I going to say? I mean, after the whole, I guess, Epstein thing, and you people still trust this system. This society, this world is absolutely hopeless, man. This world is absolutely hopeless. This society, man, the things I see, that stuff happening up there in New York. Oh my goodness. Over a damn, what is that, a basketball game? Oh my goodness. This society is absolutely hopeless. Right? Absolutely hopeless. And somehow, these Christians and whoever else still comes out here and say, well, yeah, you're supposed to love everybody. You're supposed to love everybody. Okay, all right. You're gonna love those people that's down there destroying New York over a goddamn baseball game. I wonder if those people that got jumped, right, wearing whatever jersey that they were wearing, I wonder if those people that got jumped and are laying in a hospital somewhere talking about, are they one? I wonder if they're the ones talking about loving everybody. Are they laying up there wanting to love everybody? I think not. I think not. I think whoever says that shit, to be honest, man, it's just delusional. Anyway. So that's all I got on this video, man. A little bit, it was edifying. It was a lot more rambling, than anything like I'm doing right now. But hey, man, videos happen like that. It is what it is, man. Right? So, giving all praise, honor, glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAH, Shalom.